Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Frostfury, thank you for tuning in so early. It's nice to have you here. You've been quite consistent with your streams, so thank you for that. It does mean a lot. I hope you're excited for this stream. Just a little one on the possibility of repeating the treble. There is our free trophy celebrations on the screen in all their glory, all lifted by former captain Ilkay Gundogan. But yeah, I hope everyone is excited. But yeah, without further ado, what are we waiting for? Let's just get into this. So we'll start with the Premier League. I think, by the way, I think all these competitions are going to be harder than they were last year. I'd like to add that. That is an instant quote. The treble is going to be much harder this year. I almost couldn't join because of internet. Well, I'm glad you have. Nice to have you here. But yeah, it's going to be a lot harder this year to do the treble, and I mean a lot harder. Because you go to the 2023-2024 season. No, 2022-2023 season. I won't lie, I found Arsenal were our only competitors in the Premier League. They were the only team that we ended up playing where I thought, sure, we did lose to other teams like Man United, Liverpool, Brentford, Spurs at one point, you know. But Arsenal were the one team that I was worried about. And to be fair, we actually went on and beat Arsenal twice last year. So, you know, look at how that works. But I thought they were our only competitors because Liverpool were out of it. But then you go to this season. You got Tottenham looking really strong, Arsenal looking really strong, Liverpool looking really strong. I think Aston Villa have only improved from last year. West Ham are obviously back. Newcastle, you know, they're back. Well, did they leave? No. Brighton just Brighton. They tend to do well. Palace, surprisingly good start. And I actually think Chelsea are going to get better as the season goes on. It was completely down. Well, I'm glad it came back up for your sake and my stream's sake. Oh man, am I looking a bit odd there? So yeah, the treble's going to be a lot harder this year. Alright, I don't think you needed me to tell you that. But, you know, that is an instant thing to quote. And also not having KDB and potentially other players at these moments of the season can prove difficult. But nothing that I think City can't overcome. And that subsequently makes the FA Cup a bit more difficult because if a certain Premier League team, like say Spurs for example, thinks that they aren't going to be able to win this Premier League, sorry guys, just doing something. The FA Cup is their next best chance at silverware, isn't it? So yeah, we win in quad. We can't win the quad because we can't win the quadruple because of well, we're out of the Carabao Cup, aren't we? So you know that instantly puts us out of it. We can win a quad if you count the Super Cup, of course. You never jinx. Well, let's just say, Ethan, you never get a correct prediction. But welcome to the chat, by the way, Ethan. And you, Ali Lolo, thank you for joining. We can Club World Cup. Yeah, there is that. And if you count the Super Cup. But yeah. But, you know, instantly, the Premier League is going to be a lot harder to win. And we're going to go to the UCL now. Where I think it's still going to be difficult. Let me just go through teams. Bayern Munich, obviously not messing around. Signing a top striker like Harry Kane has only made them better. Surrounded by the incredible players he already has around him. You know, it's obviously a big buying side, and they mean business. Arsenal, you know, I already spoke about them in the Premier League. They definitely improved off last season. Egypt vs Algeria, the match was insane. Premier's light work, I disagree. Even it's a 38 game season, I think it's actually the hardest competition to win because you have to play 38 games to win it. And I know you had a good birthday, Frost Fury. Happy birthday, mate. I hope you, well, it sounds like you did, but I hope you had a great birthday anyway. Yeah, I think the Premier League is up there with the hardest competition. You know, you have to play 38 games to win it, and you can argue, oh, well, we're not going to lose to Luton. That's a given. No, but back end of the season, where teams are going to be fighting for their lives, and they're going to be fighting for points that are going to get in top 4, and potentially just European football on a whole, then, yeah, I do think that the Premier League isn't light work. Games are going to get tough, because games are going to be scrounging around for points. You know, relegation teams will be fighting for their lives because they want to stay in the Premier League because that's where the money's at. Apologies for that, I just had a notification. Put my phone on mute. So, yeah, I do think the Premier League's going to be a lot harder, and with these teams improving based off last season, surely it's going to be harder than it was last season, and last season we only won it by 5 points. I know we went into relaxation mode, you know, at the end of it, but it's definitely not an easy competition. 15 points clear from Ethan. If we are 15 points clear, everyone has to drop off massively. UCL, Prem, and FA Cup, FIFA Club Board Cup, so we win the quad. Yeah. And there is that. Oh, man, Frost Fury, your Wi-Fi, you mentioned it earlier. My Wi-Fi is being dodgy at the moment. So, to light up my green screen, I've got these 2 lights, alright, and then I have the game that I usually watch the football on, but I just have a big white screen. But the big white screen is just flashing in and out, and that's why the green screen goes funny at times. But anyway, where were we? Yeah, we'll go to the UCL. So Bayern Munich, obviously a lot stronger than last year. Do what you want with United. You know, not winning any games so far in the Champions League isn't something to be proud of. But Arsenal, you know, we touched on them. Real Madrid, obviously huge. You know, Jude Bellingham, fantastic player, of course. He is a top quality midfielder, and I think he will become one of the best the world will see. Haaland, yeah, the song Haaland. Oh, he's Napoli. A lot of people thought that they had the easy run to the final last year, having to play both of the Milan sides. They lost to the first one they played, but they're obviously a good side. They've obviously lost Kim Min-jae in the summer and a couple of other players, but they're still a force to be reckoned with. Real Sociedad, not the easiest team in the world, but you know, I don't think we'd be complaining if we got them. Inter Milan, they got to the final last year, so why shouldn't they be considered a threat this year? And they gave us a run for our money as well, so Inter Milan, absolutely a big threat. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to play in a few minutes. I hope he does well for Laporte's sake, because I ain't got a problem with Laporte. I quite like him. But yeah, Inter Milan, obviously a big threat. Atletico Madrid, they're not the worst Spanish club to get, but they're still not easy. You know, in the 2-legged game we had against them in the quarterfinals a couple of years back. Well, last year. You know, that was last year, a few months ago. We only scored 1 goal against them in the 2 legs. We managed to keep a clean sheet though. Newcastle United, obviously a good team. How threatening will they be in the Champions League? Who knows? PSG, I think it's more their individuals you've got to look at rather than them as a team. Obviously players like Kylian and Mbappe are just huge for them. Losing Messi and Neymar though is not fantastic. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Messi and Ronaldo, sick. For me, Messi is the GOAT, but I respect people that say both. AC Milan, they got to the semi-finals of the Champions League last year, made Napoli look a bit of a joke. I believe that's the case anyway. Didn't they absolutely batter Napoli? Can double check it because I believe they did. Where are we? Here we go. Oh man, we're going way too far. Oh man, we went way too far. Where are we? AC Milan. Yeah, they beat Tottenham to get here. Yeah, they battered Napoli 4-0 in the league, and they beat them 1-0, and then they drew 1-1. So, AC Milan absolutely a force to be reckoned with. Losing a player like Sandro Tonali will obviously not do them any favours. PSG, don't worry, I'm getting onto them. Oh wait, no, I did cover PSG. Korean guy from Wolves, Pep did himself absolutely no favours there. Set himself up for failure. They're saying he's the Korean guy because if he scores, he's just gonna he'll be quoted for history. But anyway, Borussia Dortmund, not a good start in the Champions League, only picking up 1 point, but they're still a good team. It's going to be tough for them to get out of that group, like the rest of them. But who knows for Borussia Dortmund. RB Leipzig, again, they're not the worst team for us to face. We've already beaten them 3-1. So, not the worst team we could go up against. But they're still a decent side. They obviously lost a lot of players in the summer. A lot of key players too. Vardio and Kunku. Szoboszlai. Need I say more? And then Barcelona, who are definitely doing good. Ajax, having a poor start. They're not. Are they even in the Champions League? No, they're not. But Ajax, they've fallen off since Ten Hag left. Ten Hag had the Eredivisie rolling around his finger, honestly. But yeah, they are struggling. They are really struggling. 16th, that's absolutely shambolic. They were winning the league a couple of years ago. 2021-2022, yeah, they won the league in Ten Hag's last year. Last season they finished 3rd. Season before, 16th. No, right now, 16th. $7-0 again. Let's hope. That'd be fantastic. KDB finally got a chance to talk. I think he has talked a few times since that incident, but But yeah. Oh man, the green screen. It's not the green screen, it's this TV. I don't know why it's been like this. I might just find a different image. Oh no, yes, play. Alright, hopefully green screen goes back to normal. MCFC should do a football POV or a charity match. Hey, if I got invited to a charity match, like Sidemen charity match, I know I'm a long way off that, but that would be great. Lost 4-0 to Feyenoord, 3 goals in one half. Yeah, they're not doing good. Have they sacked their manager? Because no offence, they're 16th in the league. You know, that is a relegation playoff spot. They should not be in the relegation playoffs. You know, it really is a shame for Ajax at the moment. What players have they got? Players. I mean, I will be honest. They've lost some talent, but they should be doing solid. You know, it's obviously not the 18-19 season that they had. You know, that was phenomenal, but it's definitely not bad. Repeat treble is such a huge ask that I really don't want to say it. Not doubting the ability of the team, though. Yeah, absolutely. I think it is I think it's massive. I think it's going to be a lot harder than it was this season. Although the fixture schedule just benefit us again a bit because it's not as tight this year because there's no World Cup. But welcome to the stream, Clinical. Great to have you here. You know, you're absolutely spot on though. It is a massive ask. Got that screen back up, but I genuinely don't think it's going to do anything. Day one of trying to get City in FIFA 23. If we won the quadruple, that would be fantastic. Shiny TV. It's just not loading at the moment. My Wi-Fi. To be fair, I'm at an area of the house where the Wi-Fi is a bit weaker, not as close to the Wi-Fi box. Last season, everyone was saying if Man City win the UCL, they'll ruin football. They say that anyway. You know, they'll say it again if we win the Premier League. They'll probably say it if we win the FA Cup. You know, because our spending is ridiculous and no one else spends the amount of money we do. You know. And Pep Guardiola's got an infinite checkbook that he can take all the money in the world out of. But here's the thing, it's not just about the money, it's how you spend it at the end of the day. Look at Chelsea. They're your core example. I don't even think we spent half the money Chelsea have in the years they've had of spending money, you know. They're jealous. They are jealous. They are absolutely jealous. We are out of the Carabao Cup, so technically we can't win it, at least not this year. Yeah, I mean, we can, but we can't. It depends on what you take as quadruple, because we won the Super Cup, and so if we went and won all the other competitions, it's a quadruple. You know, and even if we won the Club World Cup, then it's a quintuple, you know. Yeah, you've said it, Clinical. If we count the Club World Cup and the Super Cup, it's quintuple. Hey, I actually think the Super Cup is a little bit underrated. Remember, this is, some people just call it like a glorified Community Shield and whatever. Yeah, but this is the winner of the. These are the winner of the Champions League and the Europa League. You got to go all the way to the end and win to get into this one-off game, which only happens once a season. You know, it's, in my opinion, it's not the biggest trophy ever. It's not bigger than the Champions League, but I think it's still good. You know, I think you should be proud to have it in your cabinet. You know, it should be up there with other trophies, so I think it is good. We shushed them with the treble. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't say anything after that. They really couldn't. They'll say, 115 charges. They're charges. And look, we had it all a couple of years ago. And we'll face it again. So, you know, we will be fine. What did Inter get, by the way? Inter get what? I mean, they got a silver medal when they played us. And when you search up Inter Miami is the first team that comes up. Milan are actually doing good in the Serie A at the moment, aren't they? Bayern manager won 6 trophies for Bayern in 2020 and didn't get the UEFA Manager of the Year. Jeez, I thought it was just a treble. He won 6. What on earth did he win? Oh, wait, of course, not a season, a year. Because I know he won the treble with... Klopp won it. Yes, MCFR. Welcome to the chat. You're in Tesco's. No worries, mate. Sorry about the green screen. It's being funny because my TV's being funny because my TV emits a nice big bright light. So that the green screen can be relatively well lit. I'll make these lights brighter. They should fix the issue. FC Mobile's getting on my nerves. Oh man, I can't. I genuinely can't. eFootball's getting on your nerves. Oh, I can't with that either. No, it's been a very different, kind of weird day for weather where I am. Absolutely freezing cold in the morning, you know, and I made the mistakes of walking around with shorts on. Then it went really hot, and then it's gone back to freezing cold. You can't predict this, guys. By the way, guys, I'm looking to get my EAFC career mode going, like, next week, hopefully, maybe 2 weeks. I've got a couple of questions on you for that, so if you want me to ask them now on the stream or leave them for the community posts, just ask. The Bold Genius is the GOAT of manager. They hate you. Oh well. Anyway, back to the topic. Alright. So can City repeat the treble? I'm never going to say no to this team. Yeah, we can repeat it, but it's whether we will. You know, like it's going to be a lot harder this year. Injuries are undoubtedly going to come straight back at us this year. You know, we got lucky that back end. Well, we didn't get lucky. Okay, I guess fortunate. I don't know, but last year. You know, back end of the season, we were getting little to no injuries, weren't we? You know, KDB played with an injury. I know we had Ake injured for a bit, which sucked, but we were fine. Götze goal in final saved Messi's career. It's hot in your country. Someone tell Carson to stop injuring you in FIFA. Scott Carson the GOAT. In your country, it's cold. Mine is like, honestly, a mixed bag. You got a bag of different kinds of weather. Well, a couple of different kinds of weather. A lot of the time it's raining, and you'll pull that out, and that's your weather for the day, or maybe the hour at the moment, because it keeps changing. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Really wasn't a big one today. Put any video suggestions you've got on my community tab. I'll listen to all of them. This was a video suggestion. Pretty sure Ali Lolo and Frost Fury did this one basically. So go to that community post where I'm asking for suggestions, and I will definitely have a look at those for you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all